Hello and welcome to Travel Fan. This is Mansi Oza. In today's video, I will cover everything you need to know before you plan your trip to Tawang. आपने मेरी अरुणाचल सीरीज तो देखी होगी. मैंने काफ़ी places cover की है during my trip to Tawang. So in this video, I am going to help you plan better and tell you what all mistakes I have made so that you don't make those same mistakes और आपकी trip काफ़ी smooth और अच्छी रहे. So let's get started and see what all you need to know to plan your trip to Tawang. First thing you need to know is how to reach Tawang. So to reach Tawang, आपको गुवाहाटी में land करना है. Guwahati is in Assam and it is the closest airport to reach Arunachal Pradesh. Guwahati is accessible through air, roads and the train, and from Guwahati you take your road all the way to Tawang. So the drive from Guwahati to Tawang is approximately 400 kilometers and it can be done in a day, but मैं advise करूँगी कि आप rather than stretching for an entire day to drive, it's better you take a break and then reach Tawang. The things which you need to take care of while planning your itinerary is the period of the travel. If you are planning to go in winter season, then there are chances where your trip might get cancelled or your further journey might get abrupted because of the unexpected snowfall. If you are going in the summer period, the chances of you extending due to some weather conditions are very minimal. जैसे कि हमारे केस में हुआ था. When we left from Bomdila to Tawang, the weather was pretty decent. बट नेक्स्ट डे बहुत ही ज़्यादा स्नोफॉल हो गया था, जिसकी वजह से ना हम तवांग की बेसिक साइटसीइंग ज़्यादा कर पाए और नेक्स्ट डे का हमारा जो प्लान था बुमला पास करने का वो भी कैंसिल हो गया था. इसके अलावा अगर स्नो ज़्यादा कंटिन्यू रहता तो हम एक्चुअली दिरांग भी नहीं पहुंच पाते थे बिकॉज रोड्स वुड बी ब्लॉक. सिंस वी कुडंट रीच द दिरांग ऑन द सेट डेट, हमें हमारी फ्लाइट भी कैंसिल करनी पड़ती बिकॉज हम गुवाहाटी टाइम पे नहीं पहुंच पाते. सो इफ़ यू आर प्लानिंग टू ट्रैवल स्पेशली ड्यूरिंग द विंटर टाइम, please have a backup plan and please understand that there are chances that the plans might not go as you decided. To go back home, keep an extra day so that you do not miss out on your flight. Even while reaching Tawang, I know a lot of people only look at doing maximum 2 to 3 nights, but I would rather focus on staying in Tawang for more nights, at least 4 to 5 to see Tawang beautifully, especially during winter time when you never know what kind of weather you will get. Now the second important question which many of you will ask is when is the best time to visit Tawang? Now honestly, Tawang is at an elevation, it's at a height, so it's colder compared to any other places and especially places like Mumbai. So the best time to go to Tawang is obviously during the summer period, which is your April, May, June, July. Fall season is also a good time to visit Tawang, though it's not very popular, but that is also a period where you can actually see fall colors in Tawang. So these will be your months of August, September and October. And if you are going to Tawang to see the snow like how I went there, then obviously your December, January, February are those peak time. During that time the temperature will be negative, lot of places will be covered in the snow, so also that time is when you have to be very careful in planning your trip. In terms of my itinerary, I started from Guwahati and first stop I did was Kaziranga. In Kaziranga you can look for a 1 night stay or you can look for a 2 night stay if you have not been to Kaziranga before. Apart from the safari, you can also visit Kaziranga Orchid Park, where you will see lots and lots of varieties of orchid, bamboo trees and much more, including the cultural experience of Assam. If you want to check out my video, then click on this link. From Kaziranga, our next stop was Bhalukpong. Bhalukpong is on a border between Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. From Bhalukpong, we actually went to Nameri National Park, which is close by, to do a short hike. You can go to Nameri National Park for a morning hike, or even apart from that, they also offer rafting experience which you can do during your visit to Nameri National Park. The rafting in Nameri is of grade 1 and 2 and the water level are pretty low if you are going in winters, but if you are going in summers when the snow is actually melted and the river is flowing, the rafting is much better. So if you are going in the summertime, then you can definitely check out the rafting in Nameri National Park. From From Bhalukpong, we entered Arunachal Pradesh, and in Arunachal, the first place we stayed was Bomdila. In Bomdila, the sightseeing which you can do is obviously the Bomdila Monastery, which is one of the must-do place in Bomdila. Apart from that, you can also look for some nice apple orchid farms. There are quite a lot of viewpoints which are there in Bomdila from which you can get amazing view of Himalayas. And if you love shopping, then Bomdila is a nice place to shop because you get a lot of first copy stuff. So you might get some good brands and some good fashions in Bomdila. From Bomdila, our next stop was obviously Tawang. Sela Pass is high altitude mountain pass which you will cross when you are entering Tawang. It is basically a gateway to Tawang. When you are reaching Tawang, on your way from Sela Pass, you will also see the Jaswant Memorial Center. That is one of the sightseeing which you can do in Tawang. Once you are in Tawang, you at least need 3 days to see the town properly. One of the main attraction you can do in Tawang is Tawang Monastery. One of the biggest monastery which is located in Tawang. You definitely need a time to go through the monastery, their museums and library. Apart from that, there is a Buddha statue which you can visit in Tawang. And on the rest of the days, you can just roam around the towns and check out these small shops and the places there. The next day, you will definitely dedicate your time to go to Bumla Pass, which is Indo-China border. And from there, you will also do Madhuri Lake and Pangong Lake. Many times during the winters, Bumla Pass is closed because it's at an elevation and road there is quite risky. So if you are going in winters, there are chances that you will not be able to see Bumla Pass like how we did. It was snowing a lot in Tawang. We actually couldn't go to Bumla Pass and we couldn't visit the Madhuri Lake. And on our way back, we stopped at Dirang, and from Dirang to Guwahati, we did a continuous journey. So this was our itinerary which was perfect for us 7 days. In terms of the hotels in Tawang, there are quite a lot of hotels which are there. If you asked me that question probably 5 years back, then the hotels were less. Nowadays, Tawang has quite a lot of hotels which you can stay. Our stay was in Hotel Yangzong, which is actually not in the Tawang. It is at the bottom of the hill of Tawang. There are many hotels which are available in Tawang. Unfortunately, because it is still not that developed compared to the other parts and other mountain places in India, the hotels there are very basic hotels. So keep in mind that when you are going to Tawang, you will not get the luxurious experience, but the hotels are quite decent. The best part of Tawang is that people there are very good, they are very welcoming and they are very warm. So you will not face any problem if you are staying in a base, a 3-star to a 4-star hotel. Now let's focus on what you need to carry when you are going to Tawang. Because it's a mountain place, obviously the winter clothes, the jackets and your thick clothes are very important. So if you are traveling in summers or if you are traveling in winters, do carry your coats and sweaters because it is quite cold. If you are coming from a place like Mumbai who never seen winters, even the summers there will be quite cold for us. So you can carry thin jackets when you are traveling in the summer, but when you are traveling for winters, please ensure that all your winter essentials are there with you, which includes your down jacket, which includes good quality boots, warm socks. These are your thick warm woolen socks. Apart from that, carry a hat. Ensure that your gloves are there, and these gloves are not just the woolen gloves but also the waterproof gloves, because if you want to play in snow, then you don't want to play that with the woolen gloves. Also ensure that you are wearing a good quality thermals, because in a minus temperature you definitely want to keep yourself warm. The last bit which obviously many of you will be thinking is the food. What kind of food is there and is vegetarian available? So to my surprise, vegetarian food is easily available everywhere in Tawang, everywhere in Arunachal Pradesh. If you are a fan of a Maggi, you will definitely get there. If you are a fan of momos, you will definitely get there. Whether it's your dal chawal, roti sabzi, all kinds of food is available in Tawang. So food will definitely be not a problem if you are planning to go there. If you are looking at Jain food, then you will have to decide on your food places way in advance, and you might have to do a stopover for food at the hotel because they will be able to provide you the Jain food. For the vegetarians and obviously for the non-vegetarians, that's not much of a challenge. Last thing to keep in mind before planning a trip to Arunachal Pradesh is inner line permit. You cannot enter Arunachal Pradesh without the permit, so you have to obtain the permit prior to your travel. You can obtain it at Guwahati airport, or you can apply it online on the Arunachal Pradesh tourism website. If you are booking through an agent, then agent can apply for your permit and supply you with before your trip. The permit is showed at Bhalukpong border when you are entering Arunachal Pradesh, and they can ask you anywhere during your travel. The permit is for 30 days and it can be extended as per the request. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section if this video was helpful and you are able to plan your trip better. And don't forget to subscribe for your weekly dose of e-travel fun.